And now, Giant Sports Talk Live. Here are your hosts, Eric and Glenn.
We're talking Giants every day. From the Covey Cove to the Oracle Park lights. Eric, Glenn, and Salty Lou keep the fire burning bright. Fighting for the glory, no matter what it costs us. Breaking down the moments, from the wins to the losses. Giant Sports Talk, we're here for the ride. Eric, Glenn, and Salty Lou with the fan base pride. Talking dreams, will they contend? But we'll back the Giants till the very end. Let's go Giants. Yes, yes, yes. Eric, Glenn, and Salty Lou, breaking it down. All Giants all the time.
All right, what's up, everyone? Welcome to Giant Sports Talk Live. What is up, Todd? Good to see you out here, man. Yeah, game 2, Giants, Mariners. Giants couldn't pull it out in the elusive 4-game winning streak, and a sweep have gone down to tubes. I tell you what, it was a pretty good game up until the 7th inning. Logan Webb was cruising. Unfortunately, he got in a little bit of trouble and gave up that 3-run bomb, and that kind of was the tail of the tape, so to speak, as far as what happened with the San Francisco Giants, and they got walked off in extras. Unfortunately, the Giants couldn't capitalize. Once they scored their 3 runs, they couldn't add on. It just sucked, man. It sucked. Again, like I said, Logan Webb was looking good, and you had some timely hitting. Defense there at the end got a little bit weird with Reyes bobbling that ball, but whatever. It is what it is. Lou, what'd you think of the game, man?
Boy, today was sort of a strange game. Even though it was only 4-3, a lot of strange, almost like a Twilight Zone episode. I mean, Devers hits a homer, which you could clearly see was in, which was called foul. Some strange things. You saw an error by Arias. Webb, who looked like he was cruising, all of a sudden he hit the wall. And it was bad because, there was 2 outs. Also who hit the home run, not one of Seattle's best. And, it's sort of funny. It was sort of a clash of 2 different Titans, a team that could hit, but really not a good bullpen. Another team that could pitch, but really couldn't hit. And in the long run, Seattle came back and got it. And, now again, still no 4-game winning streak. It's almost like, is it going to happen? Because if it was sort of going to be tonight. But, overall, I hate to say this, but really 2 bad teams offensively. I know we got Seattle was lucky to get the 3-run homer. We had a couple solo shots. I thought today, Tony V actually tried to use his bench. But if you're going to bring in a pinch runner, he's got to steal. Okay. And the other thing I'm going to say is, most people would say got upset about the Giants in the top. That was the most incredible play I've seen, and sort of a meaningless game by that shortstop.
That was incredible.
Unbelievable, because 99% of the time that's a base hit for Arias, or at least he smothers it. And then you know what? Once that happened, you sort of knew the game was over, Eric. You know how there's always big things? An amazing play. That kid's only 20. So that was such a huge play. And then, unfortunately, it's tough when you don't score in the top and they already get the runner at second. Smith did his best. He just threw a slider up against someone that, again, doesn't strike out, just put the bat on the ball. And it was, good enough for a sacrifice fly. And unfortunately, the Giants lost.
Yeah, exactly. And you said something in the green room.
Adding on, we keep saying, when you're 3-0 on the road, you got to keep adding. It's not only at Colorado, it's every time on the road.
Exactly. And you made a good point in the green room. You saw what a closer can do. Munoz was absolutely incredible. I mean, he was throwing BBs. I mean, the way he was locating 99 and 101 miles an hour was absolutely incredible. The Giants had no chance. The way he was throwing the ball, the Giants had no chance.
It was like who was our old closer, Brian
Wilson.
Wilson, but even a little bit more. I mean,
Man,
my
that guy was
God.
good.
And that wasn't even his best pitch, that fastball. That's what the Giants are missing. I mean, that guy came in and it was 9 pitches, not gone. I mean, it was unbelievable. But, it shouldn't have come to that point. It's just one of those things where you got to keep adding on. You got to add on. And, it's baseball. It happens.
Exactly.
So, yep.
Right
but
on.
Hey, you start the season 1-1. Again, it's sort of funny because the Giants are now back 14. It's going to be, it's almost all year 12, 13, 14, 15. Sometimes they get down 16. They just can't climb up. And that's what you need. You need a sweep if you want to climb up.
Yeah.
But, we'll talk more about today when we see the tail of the tape. And they had chances. But I will say one thing about the Giants. Hey, I'll take right now a split because Seattle's team's not hitting. But, boy, do they have pitchers. Starters. It's sort of amazing when you watch it live.
Exactly. All right. Hey, Glenn, I see him. I see him in the green room. He's ready to come in. He is just returning from a Valkyries game. From what I hear, it was quite the game. So we'll hear shortly from Glenn on what that was all about. But yeah, it just sucked, man. Just sucked. It was a good pay. Look, the one good thing out of this is Logan Webb is kind of back to Logan Webb. Yeah, he gave up that one big 3-run shot, but he looked pretty damn good. He was in control of the game. Again, that happens, man.
That was the key. He was in control, and he gave us a chance to win. That's all we can ask, especially on the road.
Yeah. I mean, and the Giants couldn't add on. And again, with that bullpen with Seattle Mariners, oh, my God, dude. Come on. I mean, it was really tough to come back from them. And another thing, too, we had the chance there in the 10th. That last at-bat by Rafael Devers, that one was terrible. It just was. Look, he had a huge, right? That was a crazy home run. I've never seen a home run go opposite field so exaggerated. I mean, That was just crazy. And again, he hits his 20th of the year, and that's huge. Yeah, 20 home runs. He's on track to hit 30. And that's pretty damn impressive considering he had absolutely nothing going on in April. So he's doing it without even having anything done in April. But in that last at bat, he needed to come through in that. And unfortunately, man, he struck out. Like that lefty was funky, but just couldn't get it done. It sucked. Sucked, man. I'm looking at the chat. I see people talking about trading Webb. Webb ain't going to go anywhere, guys. It just isn't. Just isn't, man. Webb's not going to go anywhere. Just be looking out for the expiring contract, guys. That's what you're going to be looking at. Guys like Hinches and Ray and Arias. Hopefully Arias didn't tweak his knee. I know I saw people say that in the chat, and I saw Karros. He talked about it on the broadcast. Maybe he did something to that knee on that check swing. It was kind of funky, but I doubt it. I think he's fine. But whatever, it is what it is. Hey, what are you going to do? Can't get that 4-game winning streak. Can't get a damn sweep. It's the story of the 2026 Giants. All right, with that, hey, let's go. Let's bring in Glenn. I think he's ready to go. Let's see what he's got. To be honest with you, I think he watched a little bit of better product. Let's see. Hey, there he is. What's up, Glenn? I know you probably didn't watch the game.
By the Valkyries.
But you didn't miss anything, Glenn. It's typical Giants baseball. You saw something a little bit better than.
How could I miss anything when I'm sitting watching a team that's rolled off 9 wins in a row?
That's what I heard.
And unlike the Giants who go on a road trip and don't win a game, the Valkyries came home to a sellout crowd in front of a boisterous fan base today, Eric.
I bet.
Sold out as usual. And they won again.
Nice.
At home.
Nice.
So they roll off every game they won on the road, unlike the Giants. I mean, we go on the road, we lose, we come home 0-6. They come back 6-1. They're 9-0 in the last 9. So exciting day. I'm telling you. I took a lot of heat as a fan of the WNBA and a fan of the Valkyries, but hey, it's even tough to jump on the bandwagon now, Eric. You just can't get tickets.
Yeah.
Lou knows.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Lou, you know about that. Hot product sells, Lou, right? You can try to scalp a Giants ticket now. You're begging somebody to buy it.
Yeah.
It's because $5 ticket. Give me $2.
Glenn, 2 things. First of all, welcome back home. We've missed
Thanks,
you.
brother.
And number 2, it sounds like it's an experience, unlike a Giant game.
It is. You know what? That sign I showed you, Lou, couple of weeks ago after the kerfuffle the Giants had off field a couple of weeks ago. And when people were carrying those signs, I mean, it was directed to the Giants.
Yeah, of course.
You keep your garlic fries. All are welcome. So, I mean, everybody goes, they have a good time. There's things I see, Lou. Not like, I don't care. I'm not there to gawk and look at other people. And I'm there for basketball. I'm there for the product. I like the sport. But anyway, how can I not know what's happening in the world of the Giants when every 30 seconds my phone is ringing? And Robbie Dizzle, I had something to say to Rob, and I'll say it right here on the show. I'm tired. Rob, I text him and he still does it. Stop with we're up 3-0. Oh, it's over. I go, dude, when there's 3 outs in the 9th, let me know it's over.
Yeah, exactly.
The curse.
I mean, and I got a text. I woke up this morning to I slept. Dude, I hadn't slept for like 2 days getting here. Right. So last night I missed your show. I apologize. But I did get a text today that guaranteed win. Lou said we're going to win 4 in a row. Guaranteed win. I go, man, well, there, if Lou called it, I'm betting against
No, that's not what Lou said. No. He said it'd be nice to get the 4 game in a row. That's it.
Anyway, it was I didn't see much of the game on the train going over. I watched some on the phone, but you guys are more versed on that. I'm just excited to be back for the second half of the season. I'll be with you until September 21st.
Hey, nice.
At which time I got to go back to Canada, and I've been told I can't come back.
Hey, you know what? That's a good. You're here at the right time, man. I tell you.
Valkyries playoffs begin the week of the September 21st.
Oh, no way. Shut up.
And I was lucky to get in yesterday. They told me at the border, we'll let you in. You're not allowed back in the United States after. You must be out by the 23rd. I'm going home the 21st of September.
And then why is that, Glenn?
Under the direction of the President of the United States of America, you must apply for a visa. You can no longer use a passport to enter the United States as Canadian. And we'll see you in 2 or 3 years. I said, oh, you know me. Yeah. You're short fuse to begin with. And I have to go, okay. Yes, sir.
Just give the salute and walk. Yeah, that's all. Don't do anything, man. I'm telling you, don't do anything.
Yeah, thank you very much, motherfucker. Anyway, so what did I miss today, Eric? I saw them like high-fiving and going nuts. And I missed the final. What did I miss today? Going to the Valkyries game and enjoying my.
I'll tell you what, Seattle Mariners, they're terrible, man. I tell you what, at least at this particular time, they're terrible. And they were able to walk it off in the 10th inning. They had, of course, the ghost run. I hate the ghost runner. They were able to advance him over on a bunt. Then they got another. Well, then they walked another guy. I think, right? Yeah, I think they walked. What's his name?
Intentionally.
No, it wasn't intentional.
Oh no, he got hit.
He got no. The other guy, he threw an outside pitch. It was Crawford, J.P. Crawford.
Oh, he walked him. That's right.
And then Jesus Rodriguez came up, right? Jesus Rodriguez, correct? No. Yeah. Julio Rodriguez got the wrong one. Rodriguez. And he was able to hit a line drive to the right or left fielder, and then the guy at third was able to walk.
Who hit the home run to the opposite field?
Young hit a opposite field. Cole Young. Yeah, the young kid was able to do it against
I was in the green room, Eric. I believe I was just hearing it. I think it was actually Lou. Could have been Eric. If it was, I apologize. But one of you two, I was ready to come in, used the term, they've got pitching. I mean,
yeah, they do.
Right? Pitching and defense. Well,
pitching wins, man.
Teams who have
it can get you well.
A pitcher can win you a ball game. I mean, a dominant, what Lou likes to call Logan Webb, the ace type pitcher. He wins you a game single-handedly, right, Lou?
Mm-hmm.
Did he pitch today, by the way?
Yeah, Logan Webb pitched. Did well. Except for that one pitch. He only gave up 2 hits. He gave up 2 hits, and that one hit was a 3-run shot.
Well, how do you explain that? Eric, Lou? I'm going to call Eric out here. Well, not call him out. I want an explanation, Eric.
Explanation? I'll tell you.
2 words. Let me ask you first. You always say you don't believe in wins and losses. But at the end of the day, he pitched 10 games in a row, and every game gave up 2 hits, but we lost everyone. So at the end of the day, I want a pitcher who I like the wins and losses. It shows me you won the freaking game. You can't. He's no better than Verlander now. Last year, Eric. Well, he's pitching really good. But we lost 10 games he started, so I'm getting tired. You got to
losing. I'll tell you what. Let's do the tail of the tape and cast your eyes on a little bit of something. It was the same number as yesterday. But for yesterday, it didn't matter because they didn't have to worry about this certain stat. And I think, Lou, you probably know what I'm going. So let's take a look at the tail.
Boys.
And now, today's Giants in Review on Giants Sports Talk Live.
Drive into center field.
Got him.
All right, there's the tail of the tape. Hey, Jay, I see your super chat. I will get to that shortly. Final score there, Seattle in extras beat the Giants 4-3. San Francisco, 3 runs on 7 hits with 1 error. Seattle, 4 runs on 3 hits with 1 error. Should have been 2 errors, but their defense is disgusting. They look so bad. I mean, they're whatever. It is what it is. They got enough runs to win the game. That's all that matters. But lineup, here we go. Well, Frere gets the win. Smith gets the loss. Arias led off today. Got a hit and a walk. Eldridge, 2 hits and a walk. He was on base 3 times. Nice for Eldridge. Schmidt was 0-4 today. Devers, 1 hit. Again, he hit his 20th home run, also with 3 strikeouts. A big strikeout towards the end of the game that sucked. Ramos had a hit today, also with 2 strikeouts. McCray was a pinch runner. Lee with no hits and 2 strikeouts. Adames, a hit again, 2nd day in a row. A nice opposite field home run for Adames in Seattle. Gilbert had a hit. Susak had no hits on his return back to the lineup with 3 strikeouts. Koss and Kavanaugh, they came in just late in the game. Didn't even get any at-bats. Here it is.
Lou, was Susak the flavor of the week at one point, Lou? What's your read on Susak?
This was his first game back. Yeah, but it's his first game back.
First game back. He's been out for over a month. So I'm not. It's not. He's not the reason.
What's it just is now, Eric?
Susak 252.
Big drop.
Yeah.
Drop.
Hey,
he was red hot.
Hey, what's Bailey batting?
Who gives him a?
I'm just saying. If we had him, it'd be 200 or it'd be 100 points less. But this is the problem right here, especially when it's a close game. 1 for 7 with runners in scoring position. You ask, right? If you got a pitcher that's out there dealing, but you get a loss, well, the offense has got to come through. And if you're not going to come through with runners in scoring position, there's a lot of times where you're not going to win the game. No, look, there's going to be time. Yesterday, I think they were 1 for 7 with runners in scoring position, but they also were able to freaking claw. No, they couldn't have been 1 for 7. I can't remember what it was yesterday, but I think it was the game before that, before they went on break. But you got to be able to get hits with runners in scoring position. Sometimes you can get away with it. Sometimes you can't. And that sucks. Again, Webb went 6 2/3, only gave up 2 hits, only had 1 walk, struck out 5. But again, one of those hits allowed 3 runs to come across the plate. And that was a backbreaker for the Giants. Hinches came in for an inning, had a hit and a walk and a strikeout. Wynn came in for a third of an inning. It got a little bit scary with Wynn, but he got through with it without giving up a run. That was huge. The game stayed tied. Eric Miller came in for an inning. Eric Miller looked really good today, for whatever that means. I mean, he's hot and cold. Sometimes he comes in and looks amazing, and there's sometimes he just absolutely just craps to bed. But he looked good. 1 inning, 2 strikeouts, and then Smith came in for 2/3 of an inning, and again gave up that sacrifice fly that ended the game. So that's the tail of the tape as far as the Giants are concerned. Again, that's what sucks.
Answer my question.
You got to be able. You got to score more runs. You have to.
But it's a mathematical game, Eric. Baseball is mathematics at the end of the day. So I still say Webb's got to go. You need to clean the house, Eric, and get a fresh environment, because I think people like yourself at this point, you're saying we didn't get 1 for 7 with runners in scoring. It's acceptable. It's accepted, Eric. Well, why is it only happening? Why does it happen to Webb? Why can Webb play 10 games? He only gave up 3 hits today, but he lost. He gave up 4 hits, he lost. Oh, that 1 pitch, he gave a grand slam, he lost. It's acceptable. Well, it's Logan Webb, so we'll accept all these losses. I say get rid of him, get young talent. We got to just a fresh team. Got to get a fresh approach to this team, Eric. And the losing and the excuses have to stop for me.
No, I hear you. I mean, he's still a decent pitcher. Giving up only 3 runs.
Well, let him be a decent pitcher somewhere else. Again, I don't care.
He's going to be a San Francisco Giant.
What we get.
Yeah, I hear you.
That's a problem. I'm getting texts. Maybe you got the same texts today, Eric.
He's going to.
Maybe Lou did. Did you get the text today? It's 3-0, 3-0. Look at this team, and Webb's pitching, and we're no longer sellers, we're buyers. Like I said, that's
No, we ain't
it.
there.
Phone's off. Fourth quarter, phone's off. That's it. Come
Ain't
on.
going there.
Lou, well, apparently, Lou, we're buyers now. I'm like, come on, stop it. You're killing me. The fan base kills me, not the team.
No, we're not.
And I'm just back after a break for like a week after the All-Star. I've been on the air for like 8 minutes. I'm losing my mind.
There's only there would be only let's not
The
one
white
person.
flag off Amazon. I can go like white flag.
Let's not.
I need a metal helmet, and a foxhole, Eric. I'm coming out.
Let's not one person spoil the bunch, so to speak, because I don't think there's anybody out there that I've seen talking about buying. No one's buying. The only thing is who's.
I got the receipt.
No, it's one. It's one. It's one. It's not.
I'm not going to say the name.
Yeah, I know. We'll protect the innocent. But
well, Glenn, you weren't here yesterday, but we talked about this.
I didn't
About
see the
how
show,
the
I
fans,
apologize.
how Susan Slusher. I listened to Bill Lasky's show where fans are determined, and also you weren't here, but Buster spoke on KMBR, thinking, "Oh, we're only an 8-win game right back."
That was
in
Thursday, Lou.
Yeah,
I messaged Lou, Eric, about that interview. And Lou, didn't you hear the same thing I heard? The last question, and he goes, "We could roll off 8 in a row." I go, "I'd be happy to win 3 in a row and win a series this year."
And the other thing, Glenn, we spoke about it. Today would have been the first time we won 4 games all season. I think a lot of times during the break, just people for some reason sort of forgot about the first half and sort of forgot about the Giants. And they also sort of forgot what I've been saying for the last 11 years. The Giants have not had a winning record in the second half of the season except 2021. So, these people got to come to reality. Me and Eric said, guys, it's not about the season. Let's just see if the young guys can step up, let them play. And most importantly, we need to know who can pitch. Like, Roop yesterday pitched great, but is he good enough to be in the 5-man rotation? Because Ray's gone. So we know that, but who's going to be our number 2, 3, 4? And then, we talked about trades, but I think the one thing, and what I said, and I was very blunt, I think Giant fans drank too much Kool-Aid. It was the Buster Kool-Aid last year. This year, they still think we have a chance. But me and Eric, we know, hey, we'd love to see Eldridge finish the year batting like 280, which would be great for him. It's his first almost full year. You know what I mean? Let him do that. And we got to see little steps. And then at the end of the season, the Giants got to figure out, you got to get guys that are just mediocre, pitching wise. Someone like Gilbert's great if he's a 26 man. We had 4 catchers. I don't know if you saw, but one of your favorites got DFA'd. Haas, he's no longer with the team. They got to start getting rid of these guys because 2 guys just went up from AA to AAA. So if they have good good falls, and they go, I want them up in September. I don't want to see the same crap that it's making us 17 games below 500. Why do I want to see the same stuff? Give me some of the youth. Give me some of these guys on AAA to see if they can actually play major leagues, because we're not going anywhere. And Eric said this yesterday twice. Giants are not a playoff team, but show us who belongs to stay on the major league roster.
Yeah, got you. It's about, and I said this, it's about the individuals. See what guys got, because I'm over the wins and losses. Look, do I want to see them win? Of course I do. But we got to see what some of these other guys are going to have to offer for the Giants. So, again, maybe they're going to be part of the future. We'll see.
Eric, may I ask you about a lot of talk this? And I think Lou heard the same interview we just discussed. I still say that I don't want to see the organization drinking the Kool-Aid, first of all. You got Buster Posey say, we got a team that can win 8 in a row. I'm like, stop it, Buster. Stop it. When I'm happy to win 4 in a row, and I'm throwing a parade for that, and you think we can win 8 and 9 in a row. Stop trying to bullshit me. Stop it. Hey, if it happens, isn't that great, guys? Isn't that great? But to say, we got a team that could do it, but the season will be over soon, and we haven't even, we can't get out of our own way, trip over our own feet, this organization. But we can. It could happen, Eric. I could win the lottery tomorrow, Eric, and you'd be my best friend, wouldn't you? You'd be my best friend, but you're not going to go to bed tonight thinking, Glenn, I know that Glenny, good guy, he's going to win the lottery next week. I know it. It ain't happening, Eric. I can buy all the tickets I want. I can't even win the 50-50. So, come on. Stop it. I think the worst thing is the Giants end up. I think the worst thing is if we went and we, like right now, if we had won today, Eric, we picked up a little more momentum, Eric. Worst thing that can happen to this organization. Because guys like Buster Posey then does say, well, maybe we're not as bad as we thought. And then the whole trajectory of the future gets changed. And we've seen that before in this organization. We're going to play all the young guys in September. And what happens? We won 6 in a row, so we're going to bench all the young guys. We're putting all the young guys back. We're going to get back in a run. We're only like 14 games out. Stop it. They got to just, I hate saying this because we know we stole it, but pick the lane, get in it, and stay there. If we win 10 in a row, who cares? You just pick your lane and stay there. Don't meander because, well, we won 4 in a row. Let's shuffle everything over here. We're a different team now. No, you're the same team. Lipstick on a pig, Eric. That's all it is. Lipstick on a pig. Just because you win a couple of games, it does not mean that the environment has changed. The team has changed. Like Lou summed it up best a moment ago. Everything I'm saying, Lou, you just said to the fan base here on our chat, it doesn't matter if you win 4 or 5 in a row because you're going to lose 4 and 5 in a row. That's just the way this team operates, and that's why it's always 15 is like that number. Eric, the focus on the positive side of 15 because we're only 10 out. Wait till next Sunday. We'll be 15 out again. And that's just the way it is. So I don't want them to get caught up. And look, Eric, I was going to get to this. What do you think I'll bring it up right now. I think this is ridiculous. A rise at like $30 million a year? What are you drinking? The Kool-Aid all over again here? You don't pay a rise 30. 6 years, $150 million? I know he's great, Eric, but I like just go, if you're going to go young, if you're going to go youth, what are you going to pay him for? That's all I'm so wound up today. And all I'm drinking is the Pepsi, I'm telling you. But why are we going to sign another guy to a freaking 6-year contract, Eric? That's not what I want.
Hey,
and he's not $50 million.
It's okay. It's okay because it ain't going to happen. You don't have to worry about it. Don't even get worked up because it's not going to even happen.
So all of my soliloquy here, let's just get into the question. What do you think he's worth, Eric? He's good. If somebody wants to pay him $150 million, God love you. Enjoy him. 6 years. I'm tired of these 6-year contracts. Stop it.
No.
He's a great player. 6 years might be a good deal, Eric, but I ain't giving him $150 freaking million to be stuck in 4 years going, what did we do?
He's going to be 30 now.
You're a year removed on Devers, and I don't know if you guys saw it or discussed it on the last night's show. I saw a report on ESPN, and it said, Giants have exhausted. They tried to trade Devers. Nobody wants him.
Nah, that report was a bunch of hooey. I haven't seen it anywhere. Careful. I'm going to tell you something right now, and it's this stuff is going to go flying everywhere. You're going to see fake accounts and
you bought this up last night,
thing you know,
Eric.
it's going to happen. I'm not going to even fall for it until some of these bigger guys start talking about it. I ain't going to fall for it. Nope, not at all. Jay donates $40. Thank you, Jay Case. Welcome back, Glenn. Good to see the 3 Musketeers are back together again. Next year, will the show go from Giant Sports Talk Live to Valkyrie Sports Talk Live? My God.
Attaboy. Well, I'm working on. I should jump on base with that now because that's where the big money is right now.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Lou and I know it's all about the all money, right, Lou? It's about the big money. It's about the quid. You got the quid? I'll do a show. You start dropping $40 super chats on my Valkyrie show. I'll be in every game.
By the way, before the game started, actually a few hours before, a trade happened today. The Chicago Cubs picked up another garbage starting pitcher for whatever reason. I guess Chicago Cubs are going to go on the cheap. They wound up trading Aaron Savali from the A's is going to Chicago, and the A's are getting back an absolute disaster of a pitcher who's sporting a 9 ERA, is going back to the A's. So what I don't understand. I don't understand why they picked up a pitcher in Peterson who had a 6 ERA, and now they're picking up Savali who has a 5 ERA. I don't know what the Cubs are doing. I guess they don't want to spend a whole hell of a lot of money, and maybe that's something we need to keep an eye on. I don't know, but it looks like somebody's and the same goes for the Brewers. They traded for Lance McCullers, who they're going to put in the bullpen rather than making as a starter. So again, I don't know. Some of these guys are not going for some of these contenders aren't going after the big names now, not yet, at least. I mean, that could change between.
Maybe they're making the deals early, Eric. We still got a few weeks. Maybe they can just see what they got. If they go, well, we got a little deal here.
Maybe. Who knows how this works?
Do you think maybe we want too much for our guys since they're rentals?
We always pet it.
And that's okay. I'd rather be asking for the moon now. When you get towards the end of the trade deadline, if you gotta take a little bit lower, okay, but you gotta ask high. You can't ask low. That would be
that's why I'd be trying to move people now.
Malpractice. So yeah, and look, I really don't want to see Ray pitch tomorrow, to be honest with you, but he's going to go out there and take the ball, and we'll see what happens. And that's the thing, Reed, and that's something I've been saying. They know. Look, all a team has to do is look at the record of the Giants, and they know. And they're going to offer you garbage. They're going to offer you garbage. So why? So why take it? Why fall for it? I wouldn't, because look, Ray's going to be able to get you something decent back. Arias should get you something decent back. And after that, and hey, if you decide to move off of a Ramos or a Jung-Hoo Lee, that should get you something decent back. Again, a couple of bullpen arms, they'll get you some. They'll get you a couple of guys. Is it going to be anything big? Probably not. But I mean, hey,
you know the term "get used to," Eric. Get used to something can be so negative. It can be a good thing too. But to me, when you say that related to the Giants, it comes across as so negative. Get used to it. This season, if I say to you, Eric, get used to it, what do you automatically think? Well, we're a bad team, bad losing. So I'm tired, Robert. I'm really tired. We're just off the All-Star break. Get used to Webb being a Giant. Settle for him being a Giant. Settle for a team that doesn't win. He pitched great today, Eric. Must-see pitching, must-see TV. But, yeah, we lost. But who cares? Logan did really good today, Eric. Who cares? We lost. It's an L.
Yeah.
I don't care. Eric, that's the name of the game. That's the name of the game. If I own a business, Lou, if you and I get into business, Lou, and I go, I really love this business. I love this business. But we lose $2 million a year, Lou. But I'm going to keep it running. Going to keep going because I love it. You got to cut bait. You got to say enough. It's either win or go home for me. You don't, it's another bad year. It's another, 12 years of losing. But sooner or later, let's settle for this.
Problem is
for Webb. And I'm tired. I think you got to make changes if you want to win.
Hey, and there you go. Because you're talking about making money, they're making money hand over fist. So they don't have to do nothing. If they're more concerned about the money coming into the bank account, well, you ain't got nothing to worry about because you're still packing a house. You're still going to probably get 3 million people are going to the park this year, and they're going to hang on that. And look, that's I think that's, if I'm not mistaken, that's like in top 5 of all of baseball as far as attendance is concerned. And that's kind of what the Giants are concerned about. So it sucks because I want the concern to be about.
It's a mental anomaly, Eric. It's a mental anomaly. Because,
by the way, D-Shot wants to clarify. He was ripping on the senior citizens that call into KMBR who make those comments. He was being sarcastic about that.
Oh, I thought D-Shot was making that comment. Yeah, again, it's hard to keep track. You see things in the chat, guys. Sometimes we
D-Shot, I tell you what, man, you got to preface it saying it's either sarcasm or this is what I'm seeing. When you just throw it out
heavy here, Eric, and when they're flying up, you could feel
I know,
but you miss the whole. But I don't know how you guys feel, Eric. We're back off the All-Star break, and there was a little excitement. Why? A little excitement because hey, we won a game.
It's one game. I'll get excited. That's what I said that yesterday. I'm not going to get excited. It was fun, but as far as do I think the Giants have turned a corner? Hell no, they haven't.
You know why I'm wearing this today? Well, because I was at the game. You know why
you were at the game?
You know why I'm winning this, Eric? 9 wins in a row and coming off the road trip unbeaten, Eric. Now that's a winning product. I can get behind that. Plus, tomorrow's the meet and greet with Caitlin Chen. Dude, I won't be able to sleep.
Oh, yeah, you're going down to Lefties, right, for that?
I am going to Lefties tomorrow. I went in yesterday. I got off at the airport. And Lefties, Burlingame isn't far from the airport down the peninsula. So I popped into Lefties. They're like, it's Glenn from Giant Sports Talk Live. Where's Lou and Eric? I go, somebody's got to hold down hold down the shop. I said, I'm just popping in to make sure everything's in. And you've got to wait. That's how they do it, Eric. If they sell you, they say it's 500 people and you have ticket number 500, you're the last to get in. They call you by ticket number 1 to 5, you come in, or 1 to 10 or whatever.
Oh, wow.
Because there's, 500 people can't get in.
Yeah.
So they call you. He goes, Glenn, you're looked after. You've got tickets 2 and 3. I said, in and out like a fiddler's elbow. Boom, boom, I'm gone.
There you go.
I get to
Nice.
meet Caitlin, and there's a couple other players there, which is great, but I'm there to see my favorite player, number 2.
Nice.
And it's
What
just
time is that at?
Lou talk. Eric, I've invited Lou. Lou's going to come to a game with me some night that Bernice can't make it. So I'm going to take Lou. Eric, I invite you to go to a game because Eric, you will walk in there. You know what it's like at a Giant game. I said, Eric, you will not believe. It's just the atmosphere. It's the atmosphere of the product. I get so excited at the games and the announcing. Like we have a now batting. I think the little fella, seniors guy, does a better job. Now batting, Jung Hoo Lee. I want now batting, Jung Hoo Lee. There's no. Do you find it, Lou? You go to your fair share of games like I do over at the ballpark. Don't you feel like they're missing? They don't promote a product that excites you. It's just like ho hum. They had Wilmer Flores Day, for example, Eric, a couple of years ago. I've gotten over it, but they had Wilmer Flores event at the 415 Club. You had to pay an hour, $250 or something to get to it, and they fed you, and you got a Wilmer Flores special edition hat and a shirt, whatever. Meet Wilmer. Well, Wilmer can't make it. I go, yeah, you didn't have any trouble selling me the tickets to go to this event. Now, Wilmer he can't attend today now. I said, that typical Giants, Giant. Come out for the parade, but we won't have any floats in it, but come out for the parade. But Lou, don't you find the same thing, Lou? Missing a little atmosphere at the ballpark this year?
One of the things the Giants don't do a year after is fill what they need. We talked about the bench this year because we lost 2 guys that didn't fill the bench. They lost a great PA announcer, and it was all over money, and they really haven't anyone to replace her. Mrs. Moon was pretty good. She was there for 18 years. Everyone knew her from the radio. She was distinctive voice of the Giants. And when they left, they just got the next person. It's the same thing with the Giants right now when you see the pre and post game show, which, by the way, today, since it was on Fox, they didn't even have a pre or a post game show. They just get girls that look like Kelly Johnson, who is really good, and they just throw them on TV and hope it sticks. That's the whole Giants mentality. The reason why they will never trade Webb, why they'll never trade Webb? Because they won't be able to replace him.
Yeah, they got a new kid there. The girl who's hosting the post-game show now, Lou.
Yeah.
I can't remember her name.
Yeah.
And they bring in the same, they're like clones. They all kind of look alike, the same look.
Yeah.
But, Lou, it's not fresh.
It's not fresh. It's the same thing over and over again. And, I like Kelly Johnson because she knew sports. The other girl doesn't really know sports. It's the same thing. And I've been saying this, and for some reason, the chat is the same way. I think we need to replace Kruk and Hype. I think they've gotten stale. I think, it's come to a point where now I can't even listen to most of the games on TV because I got to listen to the radio because it's so much homerage. It's like Susan Slusser. When she does her show, it was great. The other day, she had to get a new replacement. So she had the writer from the Chronicle, and he was ripping the Giants. And of course, she wouldn't. These people, for some reason, are so on the juice. They love Kruk and Hype, even though they make a lot of mistakes. Joe, our main guy, the Hall of Famer, he's making mistakes. It's sloppy. They all complain about the ABS. The other day they were saying the Giants were losing, but he hits the ball pretty good. But nobody cares if they lose. It's just one of those things. Laura Britt, she's not a Kelly Johnson. It's one of those things where the Giants, again, we say this a lot. It's another safe, cheap pick. They use Elmer's glue and put someone similar up there and thinking we won't know. Probably, one of the guys who worked for the A's, the Niners and the Giants, the guy, I forgot his name, Mr. Marbles, who literally, I think English was his second language. He was horrible. He's now gone. Rod Brooks, who's horrible. He comes on. He's horrible. We keep bringing the same crap, and I think if you're going to do something about the Giants, you got to replace them all. A whole new, fresh attitude. Sort of like when I was growing up, you got to love these kids. Well, if you're going to have a slogan like that instead of Giants, nobody likes it, you got to go all in. And what they do, it doesn't work going all in if you're only going half-ass. Oh, we lost Glenn.
Yeah, it's good.
Like what I was saying.
But going all in, yeah. I mean, I'll tell you, the thing that bothers me the most is in this offseason, they could have spent just a little bit more money and had a better bullpen. That's all you really needed. I mean, I understand trying to upgrade starting pitching is a little bit more tough. It's tougher to navigate. And I get that. But if they had just a better bullpen, this team would be closer to 500. And considering the way the National League is stacked up, some of these teams are going to fall by the wayside. They just are. Because this is where I'm kind of at with the trade deadline. There's only going to, I think, a few teams who are really going to be buyers. The Phillies, I think, are going to be buyers. Atlanta Braves, I think, are going to be buyers.
Put up the standings. Put up the standings, Eric. Put up the wild card standings, and
we don't even act like a buying mentality. We're not a buyer because we're not a buyer. Because Lou, really, your soliloquy there, Eric, Lou. When Eric stepped aside, you nailed it, man. You nailed it. Bringing in this, I called them clones. This girl looks like Laura Britt. Well, she isn't Laura Britt. And then as soon as she gets in, well, they don't even keep it. I mean, and we're ones to talk because that's why there's three of us now. I mean, that's a paid position, guys. You're the host to NBC, but it's like my daughter working over at Safeway. She's got to work tomorrow. Why? Oh, my cat's sick. I can't come in. Call Caitlin to work. I mean, it's your career, it's your job, but how come I turn on the TV and there's a different host every third game? And you could sell raffle tickets on who's going to be the guest player host on the post game tonight. You never know. I mean, and it's really treated, isn't it, Eric and Lou, like we call it, it's like old home week. It's like a family affair, the Giants. Let's just bring back this guy and make him a color commentator. He's not very good, but he was a great pitcher in our organization. So let's give him the post-game show because everybody knows who he is. I don't care if I know the guy. I want some quality talk and I want to understand the game. And that's why I've got to watch Root Sports in Seattle and I got to watch the Miami channel and I got to watch all the visiting broadcasts to understand and learn about my own team. Come on. This is, by the way, Don Peralta. Thank you. Don Peralta, I think, nailed up the season. There it is.
Hey.
Thanks for the bumper stickers, Don. That really, I'm going to go to the Valkyries game on Monday. I'm going to stick those all over the arena.
Nice.
Yeah. Thanks, Don.
All right, here we go. Here's the wild card. Chicago sitting in the number one, followed by the Phillies and St. Louis. Then you got Miami, Pittsburgh, Arizona, Washington, San Diego, and Cincinnati. And then the Giants are right there. Out of all those teams, who are going to be buyers? As far as the National League is concerned. What do you think? How many do you think would be buyers?
Philadelphia. Maybe, who should be the buyer? The team that should be the buyer is Washington. All they're missing is pitching, Eric.
But they're not, because they're not going to be having. And I'll tell you, I think there's only two teams that are going to be buying. I think it's going to be Chicago and Philadelphia. Now, they've already got two starting pitchers that aren't very good.
Who do you think is going to buy? Philadelphia and who?
Philadelphia and Chicago.
I think Chicago's doing their damage now. They're screwing around with little pieces. I don't see them making a big deal.
It's weird. And then you also got Atlanta. But I'm just saying, these are the guys who are going to be buying. St. Louis, Miami, Pittsburgh, Arizona, Washington, San Diego, and Cincinnati. Well, first off, I got some more to say. Cincinnati, they already announced they're going to be selling. They're done. They made an announcement. We are open for business. Good. So they're going to be selling. But as far as St. Louis, Miami, Pittsburgh, Arizona, and Washington, San Diego, I don't see them buying. I don't see any.
What about Pittsburgh? Get another
I think they're going to stay
Pittsburgh, Washington, and Philly are my teams that should. And in order, Pittsburgh, then Washington, then Philly. I think I think Washington's, look at the numbers. Those are big numbers, Eric. Look,
They're
Washington
not going to buy.
plus 26 runs, and look at Pittsburgh plus 48. That tells me that they're crushing the ball and need pitching.
I'll tell you why. And me and Lou talked about this yesterday. St. Louis, Miami, Pittsburgh, not necessarily Arizona, a little bit Arizona, and Washington. Guess what? They are all young teams. They're not in quote unquote that win now mode. They're a little bit ahead of schedule. And I don't see them getting rid of some of their prospects to try to win now. Philadelphia, a little bit different. It's an older team and they want to win now. And I could see them moving off of some of their prospects because their window is closing and it's going to be closing fast. These young teams, they don't have to do that. And that's why I don't think that they're going to go out there and make these big moves as far as I don't see them in the play for a Robbie Ray or a Tariq Skubal or anything like that, or even a Luis Arias. That's just me. I don't think they are. And we'll see. I could be totally off, but I just don't see it as far as I could see them standing pat. I don't think they sell. I don't think they buy. I think they're just going to stand pat on where they're at because they're going to follow whatever their strategy is. Because did they have any intent? Do you think Miami thought they were going to be in the running? I don't know. Maybe not. I don't know. Because I don't profess to know what the hell's going on in their organization. I just know that these teams that we're talking about are very young. San Diego isn't, and Arizona has a little bit of young pieces in there. So I don't know where they would stand, but it's just, I thought there was going to be a lot more to buy, but the more I'm looking at some of these standings, maybe not. We'll see how it plays out.
Hey, Eric, do you think San Diego's going to sell?
They might.
Okay. And then you got Cincinnati signed their young pitcher. What about, now here's the problem. Pittsburgh's now 3 games over and they're a game out and they're 7-3 in their last 10.
Mm-hmm.
Are they, you have a stud, but you can always use another arm. Yeah. Someone like Ray, a little leadership to help the young guys. It's only a rental. The other thing too is Glenn, while you were gone, we had a guy on the chat who said his team was done for the year, and all of a sudden he had a birthday, and they haven't lost since his birthday.
Oh my God!
Today. They've now won 11 in a row.
I've been one game. I've been gone. Come on, it was an off week.
The Boston Red Sox. I know who you're talking
in a row.
Holy 12 in a row. 12 Boston in a row Red Sox. Listen to this. They were 10 games, 11 games under 500, and now they're a game above 500. They ripped off 12 games in a row. That is
got some pitching. They got some pitching.
Not really. Not
really. I like their pitching.
Derek Crochet is on the freaking shelf. Who else do they got? Sonny Gray. After that, who else do they got?
Yeah.
This is what I'm talking about. And this is what pisses me off because that's why I wasn't so down on the Giants in April and May, because you can do this in baseball. You could go off and rip off a 10-game winning streak, and next thing you know, you're back in it. But the problem is the Giants have not shown that they could do that. And that's where they are. Now, Boston has. Now, did I think Boston was going to go out there and rip off a 12-game winning streak? Hell no. I would have said you guys are smoking some funny stuff. But look what's happened. It's baseball. And I'll use that term. It's baseball. You could get hot and it could carry you. Now, that being said, does that mean they're going to be a playoff team? No, because they could very well go on a 10-game losing streak. It's weird, man.
Oh, I love Boston's pitching. I love Boston's pitching.
Great bullpen.
You mentioned the guy hurt.
You
got Connor Early, who's out. You got Peyton Toll. I'd kill to have that guy on the team. Sonny Gray. They're locked and loaded with pitching. I mean, they pitching will turn things around. We don't have any pitching.
By the way, Glenn, Sonny Gray 9-1 wasn't an all-star.
Yeah, what the hell? I watched the All-Star game, guys. I watched the All-Star game because I had to be able to say, I should win an award. I need another. I need a big medal. You can wear around. You like these people who go. I wear these. I wear my little chains. You ever see the people who go to the games, Eric? They got the big, they got the giant. They have to wear a giant thing around their neck, Lou. Like it's about the size of, like a family dinner plate. I need one of those just for having watched the All-Star game, just to say I watched it, because these weren't All-Star type players. Lou brings up a fantastic point. There were a few others too, where their numbers spoke All-Star quality. Well, we gotta let Logan, the front of the base, he's the sexy front. Well, not that sexy either. The front of the baseball card. What happened to the All-Stars of the guys who are the best players? And then other leagues, including baseball, Eric, they have the fan vote. The fan vote. And now, do you say I know it's kind of a new tradition in baseball. But Lou, for example, you say you brought up Sonny Gray. I'm tired of this. Well, the honorary All-Star. Honorary means you're not an All-Star, but we're putting you on the team. Well, you had a great career, so you're this year's honoree from the National League. I'm like, what happened to competitive baseball? Even if it's a nothing, it should be competitive. A preseason game, it should be competitive. The All-Star game, they get a ring and they get money. It's competitive. It should be played with the best players. Lou, 9-1 and not to make an All-Star game. What do you make of that, Eric?
Glenn, well, you know what the biggest problem is now, and I can hear it in Glenn's voice. You have missed Tommy's and a Tommy Margarita. We need to get you over there so you can relax. You just saw a great game. You're so full, and we haven't even done the ad yet because we're now 52 minutes in.
Yeah,
you need
exactly.
to come with me and see Enrique so you can relax and enjoy a Tommy Margarita.
How about we've talked about it, Lou, off the air. Lou and I are gonna do a little pop in just to be social and say hi to the girls and the guys over there. Enrique, haven't seen Enrique for so long. I think, Lou, you and I this week will pop in, and maybe Eric will stay in master control. He's got a long way to go to get to Tommy's. I only have to jump. What is it, the 32? I might get the number. 38. If I take the 32, I might end up in I don't know, Galt. But I'll take the 38. Maybe Lou and I do the show on location at Tommy's.
Hey, go for it, man.
Before the drinks start flowing too heavy. And we'll drown our sorrows. And Eric, you can manage the show and do the job you want to do.
It would have to be probably an afternoon game, right, Lou? Because they close. They're not going to be open at 9:30, right? No, you're muted. You're muted.
We could do a Wednesday post-game show after a day game, or a Saturday or Sunday.
Yeah. If it's a day game, that'd be perfect.
You have the technology. I've seen it.
We can do it. We can do it. Eric's back in the control room, and he'll say, live now. Let's go out live to Tommy's. We run a world machine, don't we?
Absolutely. Speaking of which, let's relax. There you go. Our proud sponsor, Tommy's Mexican Restaurant.
Maybe they'll sponsor Valkyrie Sports Talk Live. You just never know what they'll pop up.
Maybe.
Never know. Hey, Glenn, the other thing, too, is we decided since our buddy from England, Jalio, is going to be coming, we're going to be going to a game Thursday, April 27th. When the Giants play. I'm sorry, August 27th. It's a Thursday night. We were going to meet at Longbridge Pizza there, and then you're going to have to direct us how to get to the game on Muni. But I thought maybe a nice little get-together. So if anybody's interested in meeting Liam, I'm very excited about them. We're going to be there. He's going to be our guest. We'll meet at Longbridge, have a few beers, take Muni back over, and then we can sort of show him hospitality San Francisco Giant Sports Talk Live way.
Yeah, everybody
Hey.
just jump on. Everybody jump on the Muni with Glenn and don't pay. Blame it on me. We've been down that road before too.
There you go.
Last year. Can you show me how to get to the game? Well, you got to get the train. But you do have to pay, you know. Just because you're coming with Glenny doesn't mean you get a free ride here or anything. I mean, hey, that was the day of the magic wand. That was a great day. Some
Harry
things
Potter.
in life, Eric,
was
are
fun.
simple but so memorable and enjoyable.
Oh man, it was awesome.
We had a great day
Oh,
hanging out with Lou
that was
Mar,
fun.
the great Lou Marsden,
Yeah.
next to a guy who looked like Chardal, and the magic wand and free cookies. And it was just a great day.
It was.
Thank you. If I haven't said it enough, Lou, thanks, pal, for last year
I'm
doing
glad.
that for us. That was awesome.
No problem. Glad I could do it. Excited, you know. And like I said, I mean,
When are we
think
doing it
our
again?
job is tough.
Yeah, August 27th, man. That's gonna be fun.
August
I'm looking forward to that.
Front row seats. Front row.
No, yep. So here's the thing: you guys think art's
I mean-
it's tough. Our job. Imagine Liam outside the United States doing every Giant game. Now that's
Man, I
a
could.
true fan.
Yeah. Woo! I don't know if I could do that, man.
He does that game a lot.
I don't know.
3 hours?
He does
of
every day,
just on his own. I don't know.
Yeah.
In the middle
and
of
he'll
the
do
night,
other games too. Even when the Giants are playing, he'll be doing
saw
other
that.
games.
I saw his
Yeah.
thumbnail for another game. I went, "You're a." Yeah, he said, "You're a nut."
He's dedicated, man. I'll
Can't wait
tell
to
you
meet
what,
him.
man.
So you're a nut. But anyway, he's a glutton for punishment like we are, guys. Glutton.
Exactly. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see what the Giants do tomorrow. They face who is it? Robbie Ray against Gilbert, right? I think Gilbert goes
Ooh.
tomorrow.
And
Old
Glenn,
homecoming for Robbie Ray.
Glenn, that's Pokey Night,
But-
Drone Night. The night we're going.
Pokey night, drone night.
Yep.
Pokey night, drone night.
Oof. Only
Eric's
the
going to
night.
dress up. Eric's going to dress up like I don't even know that a Squirtle and run around the front row.
No, pass.
You're not going to do
Man, that's okay. There we go.
Dude, what is up? I got to tell you, being a fan, and again, going to the Valkyries games, have at it. Where you can go into sports, you can be yourself. You know what it was like when I was young, and I wasn't living in the Bay Area, but I would watch TV and see for example, the Raiders fans, and go, this guy's a banker by day, but he's at a Raiders game and he's got makeup on and he's got the big studded things on. I mean,
Yeah,
you
it's
get
crazy.
to go and you get to live a whole different life, if you will call it that. And then you
Yeah.
get on the train, you go home, and it's back to normal the next morning at 9. I'm like, "Wait, guy in the bank, I'm here for my loan. Was that you? Was that you on the big screen at the Raiders game?"
Right.
But what is it with the fans now, Lou, that go or run around Oracle Park dressed as hamburgers and hot dogs? And what are they got an early start over at the Spirit of Halloween, and they're just dressed in like, why would people wear a hot dog, dress as a hot dog to go to a ball game?
Well, they must take after one of your biggest fans, Orange Man.
Hey,
That's what it's
yeah,
all
he
about.
looks-
At least he doesn't dress up like an orange peel.
Yeah, no, I don't know why someone would be like a hot dog or a hamburger. I don't know.
I saw hot dogs and hamburgers walking down the street today, headed to the Valkyries game. I'm like, what is up with this? Like,
that's weird.
Christmas trees? They dress up as a Christmas tree. I'm like, Christmas in July, I guess. Oh, the cuckoo clock still remains the same. That's
Yep, still there.
What do you think's going to happen tomorrow, Eric? I know it's a.
I don't know. Hey, I honestly, I don't know what the score is going to be. I want to see Robbie Ray go out there and deal, though. Again, it helps the Giants.
What time's the
So-
game? I'm going to miss.
105,
I'm gonna miss it.
115, somewhere around there.
I might miss the post game again tomorrow. I'm going to be hanging out with Caitlin.
Oh yeah, you're going to be over there. What time's that start?
5 o'clock.
Nice.
5
After the
bells, but
World
I'm
Cup.
getting in early. So
Oh, there you go. Right on. Hey, no worries. We got
I
it
just have
covered.
to figure out what I'm going to get autographed. I got am I exaggerating? 400 photos and cards, and I can get 2 autographs and a picture with her.
Maybe
Is
you'll
that
get
what
an
it- is that
extra
the
one.
limit?
You can give it away to somebody a trivia contest on Giant Sports Talk Live.
Lou,
Just
Lou,
throwing
that's
it
a
out
great
there.
idea, Lou, but it ain't happening. It ain't
Hey.
happening, Lou. We'll do it on Valkyrie Sports Talk Live because we're not going to turn this into a basketball chat. Hey, it's good to see
Yeah.
Eric and Lou. Been a
Yeah,
long
exactly.
All-Star break, wasn't it? And then my travel and everything could get settled in next week. And
Exactly. And tomorrow is going to be a big day. All right. At the same time, no one's going to be watching Giants baseball because tomorrow is the World Cup final. So probably not going to be a whole lot of people probably watching Giants baseball since this is going to be it
Maybe Lou and Eric are bigger. I haven't watched a single game, but from what I've heard on the radio, isn't this a sport where the teams that should be, USA lost? I think this is a sport where the two deserving finalists are playing.
Yeah.
That's
and the
what
top
I've heard.
4 teams were in the semifinals.
There you go. Isn't that what you want?
Yeah.
Isn't that what you want? Everybody's saying it's going to be like a dandy. And when they Spain and who's the other
Argentina.
team?
Argentina.
Well, I mean, if you had Spain and USA tomorrow, I'd be like, oh, geez, it's going to be 8-0. It could be a drought, right? You've got the two best teams. And at the end of the day, isn't that what you want, Lou?
You want the best against the best.
Yeah, that's what all you want, right? 100%. All right. So, anyways, Logan Gilbert.
I'm not speaking for Eric and Lou, but for me, the second half now revolves more around, my countdown to trade day is underway at Giant Sports Talk Live. That really is the second half for me. These games are, hey, enjoy it. We'll have our wins and losses. But let's see what we do at the All-Star or at the trade deadline now, post-All-Star game. I think the future of the organization hangs in the balance.
Yeah, well, yeah, I don't think the future is, but I want to make it like as desperate. But
I feel it's desperate. When you get Robert Rothberg saying, just settle for him being, accept it. I'm not accepting anything with this team anymore. I want changes. I want a better product.
They're coming.
Or at the end of the day, my season ticket pack that I have, Eric, the one I whittled down this year, it's going to whittle down to nothing. I'll just buy the $5. I'll spend my $125 a year, Eric, and go see 25 freaking games. Yeah. That's all I got to spend. $5 and a penny. And it gets me in, and I'm done. And by the way, people who say, but the Giants are so good with these giveaways. You know what? The Valkyries have a giveaway I'm harping on the Valkyries today. But dude, you guys harped on me a lot as being a fan. This team gives you something every day, and it ain't although Hello Kitty Day is Monday. It's been sold out all season. They have one. They have a different and a giveaway every night. And you don't have to pay $250 like Wilmer Flores Day to be, it's a special event ticket. No, all are welcome. You get your giveaway. You hand them, you show them your ticket, you get in. Okay? Isn't that fair? Eric? It's a giveaway day. You shouldn't be, we're going to alienate you. Then on top of that, what was I going to say? Oh, did you know the Valkyries coming up? I don't know the exact date, Eric, but if you are a season ticket holder, they're having an event at the Chase Center with the season ticket holders, and there's a lot of them. It ain't like the Giants. It's going to be still a whole stadium full. It's going to be a road game. They're showing the game on the big screen in the arena. You get in free of charge by showing your season ticket pass. And anything you want. Drinks, Pepsi for me. I'll have 5 hot dogs, a burger, and 3 Pepsis, please. It's on the house. Everybody eats for free, and there'll be a giveaway. Can you imagine the Giants doing a free beers, hot dogs, hamburgers, nachos, chicken burgers, and just come on in for free? Can you imagine that? It ain't happening. They have a better ownership down the street, too. That's why I think the product is better. It's a better ownership. They treat the fans good. They respect that they've paid their money to get in. What do the Giants give you, Lou? What do you get from the Giants, Lou, for a season ticket?
Nothing. We don't get them. They used to give us stuff, and then I tried to get the jersey, and it said Fire Farhan, and they wouldn't do it.
The WNBA jacket?
Yeah, that looks nice.
Yeah, it's free.
Glenn,
it's free. You know why? Season tickets.
Yeah, since you've been you've been gone. You took a nice little break with the All-Star break. The Giants came up, and Eric knew about it last night. A new setup for kids, since kids are going back to school. All tickets except Field Club, $8. That tells me they're desperate to sell tickets.
Field Club, $8?
Anything but Field Club. So it could be
anything but
upper level, club level. I think we're going to start seeing crowds that are going to be very, very small, except on the weekends. But that's the Giants sort of dug their own thing. But here's the thing. So tomorrow it'll be 15 days till the trade deadline. If I remember right, it's August 3rd and it's 12 o'clock our time, 3 Eastern.
12 o'clock Pacific is when it ends on August 3rd.
12 Pacific. So we have 15 days left. Probably Ray, 2 more starts. I don't know if they can fit 3 in. with him being on Sunday. But yeah, it's going to be. I think we talked about this the other night. I think the over and under is probably 2.5. How many guys you're going to get rid of? And I think, that's like Ray, Arias, and maybe one other person if we're lucky. But I think we're stuck with what we have, unfortunately.
So, Lou, you're of the opinion that it's just going to be the basics, the must-trade type of players. There's not going to be any juicy trade day event.
I mean, we talked about this last night, and Eric brought up a great point. You could see Chapman being traded, but you've heard nothing about his injury. Well, why would somebody trade for somebody who can't hit and he might still be injured? And I think and he has a trade, no trade clause. So, you get to the point now, and great point by Eric last night is when he went down, people said, oh, he might have pulled something, but you've heard nothing. It's now been 2 weeks. Now the trade deadline's in 2 weeks, but because of Casey playing so well, nobody's asking about Chapman. When's he coming? Eric today said the Cubs got another mediocre pitcher. Well, Glenn, you also said nobody's called for like Devers. I don't think anybody's calling for our players. And I think it's going to be one of those, especially I think people are waiting to see if San Diego trades, because if Miller's traded, he's going to be the number one catch. He's going to be bigger than Skubal because you don't necessarily get an opportunity for a guy like that. Then teams are going to go through, we wanted to get Miller, but we didn't. Okay, so let's go down the list. Maybe we'll take a Giants lefty, but I mean, that's really going to be it. And I think, with look at the Yankees. They're so bad right now. Eric said that Judge, he might not play until the playoffs. Well,
maybe
they were so far above 500 that they're going to probably just try to limp into the playoffs. But, that was a perfect opportunity. They don't have a third baseman, someone for like Chapman. But now that he's injured, and it's sort of funny, every time the Giants, and we use the terminology, take one step forward, they take 2 steps back. Either somebody gets hit by a foul ball. We talked about Arias today saying, oh, maybe he hurt himself. That's all the Giants need. They were going to trade Arias, but maybe he pulled something. Well, who's going to trade for him if he pulled? It's just unbelievable. And I think that's just sort of the whole season in a nutshell, when the Giants try to trade somebody, they get injured. So you can't trade them. Now you're stuck with them. It's just, one of those things. It's a frustrating year for fans. I think it's frustrating because we expect more and we deserve more.
Yeah.
Hey, Swung at Ball 4 likes my jacket. I must point out one other thing, Eric. They give you a couple of jackets. I'm not particularly, this color is a little, I like the other one. But you know what they do with the Valkyries? Because it's a legit ownership group, Eric. You got one owner who wants to win, and he owns the clubs. So I can go all season long and wear my nice Look at that. Everything's big. They pronounce everything. Valkyries. Well, guess what I can do, Eric, at the end of the Valkyrie season when I get ready to spend the fall and the cooler months going to the Golden State Warriors games. You turn the jacket inside out, and what have you got? You've got a Golden State Warriors jacket. Isn't that cool?
Look at that.
And they gave the leather arms. The leather goes whatever you call it, plush leather.
Leather.
That is. What do you call these jackets in the States?
Pleather.
I call them football jackets, but everybody calls them a different name, like a varsity jacket.
Yeah, like a varsity.
Something like that.
Yeah, so you can wear that to the games, and inside you got and you flip it over, you wear it. I think everything they do over there is so cool, so just good.
Well, you have one owner, the Giants. I think we have 47.
Yeah,
so you'd have to ask all 47 owners, hey, do you think we could do that? And unfortunately, it wouldn't happen.
And they give you, I think they've got younger, more productive people in their marketing department, because every day is a different giveaway. They don't repeat their giveaways we're a season and a half into their existence. We haven't had, every game it could be a cup day. They're not giving you a voucher for $500 in groceries or anything, but you have cup day and you got bag day, you got t-shirts. Half of the games you go in, and they hang them over the chairs, Eric. That's like a random one. We could go Monday night. Oh, another free t-shirt night. they throw those at you like every 4 or 5 games. You walk in and see with the t-shirts, like everybody gets a t-shirt in the state. 19,000 t-shirts are given away. The Giants don't come up with fresh stuff. We talked about it earlier. I was poking Lou about how bland. It's not just the ball team being bland. It's just the experience. I do have a picture. Lou brought up a point earlier in the show before we go. Eric, Lou mentioned to me about going to the Valkyries, how much I enjoyed the experience. And I mean, just for like, there's a picture from today's game. And look, I don't know if you can see it, but it's almost like something you buy a poster. It's look how many cameras are lit up, taking shots. You'd think it was like Barry Bonds breaking a Babe Ruth record or something. Look how many flashes are there. And that's just, I think it was a timeout, if I'm not mistaken. Look, it's not a timeout. What was the event? But look how engaged the fans are there. And I don't see that at the Giants. I talked to the guy next to me, and
you won 9 games in a row. You have one of the best records. The Giants have one of the worst records. It's a lot different.
Hey, guess what? The Giants had some news today. They signed their number 1 draft pick. They went out and was able to sign Jackson Flora, $1 million under what the projected cost it was going to be. I think it was at the number 4. It was
hometown
supposed to be
discount.
8.9. They wind up signing up for 7.9. It's supposed to help them be able to sign that the prep
high school
pitcher.
Kid. Yeah.
Good point, Lou. Imagine the Giants getting somebody on some kind of a discount. It's
up to the player. It's up to the player. He has to say yes or no. And hey, I'll give it to Jackson Flora if he's willing to take a little bit less so they could go out there and sign that other pitcher. I'm all for it, man. That means he's a team player. I like it. That means he wants the team to be better, because if he took the full amount, there might have been a chance that they won't be able to sign that Bowman kid. So now you should be able to get both Jackson Flora and also what's his first name? I can't remember. I know his last name is Bowman. Just can't remember his first name.
I'm calming down on that, Eric.
Well, they need him.
I see people
need him, man.
The last few days, and when I'm tuning into the shows and hosting the show here with you guys, and I see the what's the famous line? The prospects are suspects. But how come it isn't he's a first round pick? He's gonna be the greatest pitcher in history of baseball. What happened to now it can be a prospect is a suspect for Eldridge, but it can't be for this guy. I mean,
I know. I hear you.
Suspects.
They are. And look, the only thing I care about,
they get caught up in the moment, right?
100%. They got to go out there, and I told this to Lou yesterday. They got to go out there and they got to produce. We don't have no idea what these guys are going to be able to do. Let's see how they progress, and then we can get a little bit more excited. Now, the Giants, as far as their prospects, they promoted Bo Davidson, and I talked about this in Parks Harbor. They both had some pretty good games. I think, if I'm not mistaken, Bo Davidson again hit his first triple in AAA. This is his only second game. You got Dakota Jordan, and also what's his name? Keelan. What's his first name? Can't remember his first name. Is it Caleb? I can't remember. Keelan was able to get he's up there in AA Richmond as well. So it's good to see these guys getting promoted, and hopefully they're going to be able to produce for the Giants in the near future. Look, not all of them are probably going to make it. That's just the facts of it. But if they could get a few of them to hit, well, then the Giants are going to be cooking with gas here in the next couple of years, which is nice.
And maybe the minor league system's not as bad now as it was.
It's not. It is a lot better. Everyone's saying that
take a lot of heat. Better. And again,
Gavin, thank you. Gavin,
they take a lot of heat, Eric. But people again get caught up in the moment. They could hear Eric or Glenn or Lou say something about Buster Posey tomorrow. They'll be on another show or on the radio saying, well, Buster Posey's this, just because you hear me or the radio or the TV let your eyes and ears judge things on your own.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not necessarily the views of management and staff of Giant Sports Talk Live. Just
exactly.
Don't get caught up in the moment, if you will.
And that's what happens a lot. That happens, especially on social media and all that. Everyone gets all gung ho.
We won a Friday night game. The season is not resurrected. I'm sorry.
Yeah, exactly.
One game. We're back. We're no longer sellers, Eric. We're buyers.
No, that ain't gonna happen. All right, let's get the hell out of here, guys. We'll be back tomorrow afternoon. The last game 3 against the Mariners, and then they go on the road to Kansas City. Who knows how that's going to pan out? Again, what is it? Robbie Ray against Logan Gilbert.
Logan Gilbert. Seattle's got pitching too. Maybe Seattle's a away from a real good run. They got pitching. Why is it we say other teams got pitching? We don't.
It tells you. And it just goes to show you, if you have good pitching, you can win a game. And that's the Mariners proved it today. They only got 3 hits and they were able to win the game with 4 runs.
Oh, by the way, what is the name? I saw your thumbnail before we went. I came in a few minutes later. I don't know exactly when you started, but what is the name? Is it no longer Safeco Field?
T-Mobile.
I saw your thumbnail from last night, or maybe it was today's, and I clicked on it, and I see
T-Mobile Park.
T-Mobile Park. I'm like, I cannot keep up with these stadiums anymore.
Yeah, I know.
Have they changed the one in Chicago, the South Side? Yet it was like special
guaranteed rate
in America. Like it's this long. Could they fit it all in the building?
Milwaukee, it's no longer Miller Park. It's what is it? America First Home Mortgages, or I don't know, some weird.
I still
American
get
Family,
names,
American
right?
Family Finance, or some.
Oracle Park was Oracle Park for like 8 years before I was called AT&T.
Well, it was AT&T, and before that it was SBC, and before that
and
was
Miller
Pac-Bell.
Park is Miller Park. Like
I know,
I
hate it too. Sponsors, man.
Speaking but we love ours.
Yeah, absolutely.
We love ours.
All right, guys, we'll see you tomorrow afternoon. We'll do it all over again. We'll see what the Giants can do. Can they pull out a series win?
And if I'm not here, I'll see you Monday. We go straight through now. We got any off days or what? I'm not familiar with the schedule.
I don't know. Is there an off day before the Kansas City series?
Thursday.
Okay,
all right,
so
I'm not here tomorrow. I'll be with you Monday. We'll do it all over. Oh wait,
thanks Jay for the great super chat.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate that, Jay. All right, guys. Be good. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday night. And we'll see you guys tomorrow afternoon. See ya. Woo!
You've been watching Giant Sports Talk Live with Eric and Glenn, a Northern Lights Entertainment Broadcasting production.